Charleston may be the hub for paranormal activity in South Carolina, but Anderson County certainly has its share of the spooky and supernatural. In this season of Halloween, Anderson SC Living checked in with upstate author John Boyanowski, who has written 2 books, Ghost of Upstate South Carolina and More Ghosts of Upstate South Carolina, on some of the area's most harrowing tales. Many cities and towns around the country claim to have a haunted bridge, but Crybaby Bridge off Broadway Lake Road in Anderson County is among the most famous. One legend is that a young woman threw her baby off the bridge, and another is that a young woman who lost her baby jumped off the bridge in despair.
Either way, it's you see a vision of a woman all in white will walk across the bridge at certain times of the night, certain times of the year, or you can hear the baby crying underneath the bridge, and you go down, there's nothing there.
Another bridge haunting tale is associated with Three Bridges Road in the Powdersville community. The legend holds that a young black woman, possibly a slave named Eloise, committed suicide along one of the 3 bridges that gave the road its name. Stories of haunted homes also abound in Anderson County, with the story of the old Wellborn home in West Pelzer topping the list. Sightings, voices, and other oddities have been associated with the ghost of Lulu Wellborn over the years. Lulu was married to Walter Leland Wellborn, who built a home for his family along Main Street in West Pelzer in 1893. Lulu gave birth to 8 children before she died during an influenza epidemic in 1913. The Wellborn House became a funeral home in the early 1930s and was sold and resold until it came into the possession of Ray McLean.
Their family was renovating an old house in West Pelzer. They started seeing things and hearing things, and as they were doing the history of the book, they realized there's pictures of this house and the families that lived there, and they recognized one of the ghosts. This vision, this woman they kept seeing in windows, she had lived in this house years before, and then at one point during the process, it became public, about this ghost story, and one of the former owners called them, or the children of a former owner, and called and said, we saw this too when we were kids, and we are so happy now that someone's believing us, because we saw this woman all the time, and no one wanted to admit that there was a ghost in our house.
The music hall at Anderson University also reportedly has ghosts, with people having accounts of hearing a piano playing in the hall when no one is there. And in Boyanowski's first book, Ghost of Upstate South Carolina, a chapter is devoted to Anna of Anderson College. As the legend goes, Anna was the teenage daughter of an Anderson University president in the 1920s who was dating someone her father did not approve of. One night, Anna and her father fought, and the college president threw his daughter's engagement ring out of the window. Anna decided to fake her own hanging from the second-floor landing of their home to frighten her father into approving of the relationship. Unfortunately, things did not go as planned, and Anna did hang herself. Since then, dozens of students and faculty members have reported seeing Anna's spirit in the building and roaming the front lawn of the college. For the record, school officials don't talk about the ghost, but admit there is evidence that the daughter of a former college president died while living on campus in the 1920s. John Boyanowski's books, Ghost of Upstate South Carolina and More Ghosts of Upstate South Carolina, are available at Amazon.com. For Anderson SC Living, I'm Jamarcus Gaston.